Stockton, California. August 6th, 2011. A 23-year-old woman named Dalene Carlson left her aunt's house for a night out. She never returned. Days later, her name would be on the news, her face on posters, and her family would be living every parent's worst nightmare. This is the heartbreaking story of Dalene Carlson. Dalene was full of life, smart, funny, and independent. After growing up in South Dakota, she moved to California to be closer to family. She dreamed of working with animals and was excited about starting a new job at a dairy farm. But that new beginning ended before it ever truly began. On the evening of August 6th, Dalene made plans with friends. First stop, Finnegan's Irish Pub in Stockton, a lively bar known for its karaoke nights. Surveillance cameras showed Dalene walking into Finnegan's alone just before 11 p.m. She looked happy, casual, ready for a fun night. But somewhere between the cheers and the music, something went terribly wrong. Witnesses said Dalene was talking with a few men at the bar. One of them stood out, a man named Jason Gilyard, who went by Jason Gilly. Jason was a regular. He was known around town, but not in a good way. He had a reputation for being overly persistent with women, sometimes crossing the line from charming to creepy. Some of his friends said in interviews,
"She was texting us throughout the night. She said some guy was bugging her, wouldn't leave her alone.
We told her to leave the bar, to come meet us somewhere else, but she never did."
Around midnight, Dalene briefly left Finnegan's with Jason. They were caught on camera walking out together. According to Jason, they left to buy alcohol, then returned. But after that moment, Dalene vanished. No more texts. No more calls. No one ever saw her alive again. When Dalene didn't return home by morning, her aunt reported her missing. Flyers went up immediately. Social media exploded with her photo. Search parties combed the area, but there was no sign of her.
It wasn't like her. She would have called. We knew something was wrong.
Investigators moved fast. They interviewed everyone who had been at Finnegan's that night. One name kept coming up: Jason Gilly. Jason told police he barely knew Dalene. He said they left the bar to grab beer, then she wanted to go home with friends. He claimed he dropped her off downtown, near some railroad tracks. But something about his story didn't sit right. Jason's timeline kept changing. Witnesses said Dalene was reluctant to leave with him. His grandmother, who initially provided an alibi, later admitted she lied to protect him. Cell phone records showed Dalene's phone and Jason's phone traveled together, not downtown, but toward a rural area outside Stockton. And then, Dalene's phone went dark. Weeks passed with no answers. Then, a heartbreaking discovery. On October 8, 2011, 2 months after Dalene's disappearance, farm workers found human remains in a remote cornfield. Dental records confirmed the worst. It was Dalene.
We have new information tonight at 5. The body of a woman found in a San Joaquin County cornfield has been identified as Dalene Carlson.
Dalene had been shot multiple times. She'd been left alone, discarded like she didn't matter. But she mattered to so many people. And now, justice had to be served. Ballistic tests linked shell casings found at the scene to a gun registered to Jason Gilly. Cell tower data placed Jason and Dalene together at the cornfield. Detectives also uncovered hundreds of text messages Jason had sent Dalene in the days leading up to her disappearance. Many of them aggressive, vulgar, and sexual. Dalene mostly ignored him, laughing off his advances. But Jason wasn't laughing. The prosecution painted a chilling picture. Jason lured Dalene to his house under the pretense of giving her a ride home. Instead, he assaulted her. Then, at gunpoint, he forced her into his car, drove to the cornfield, and executed her to silence her. Jason's defense team argued that everything was consensual. They claimed Dalene got upset after they had sex, and Jason simply dropped her off in town. They insisted the forensic evidence was circumstantial, but jurors didn't buy it. After a grueling trial, Jason Gilyard was convicted of kidnapping and murder. The jury deadlocked on the rape charge, resulting in a mistrial for that count. Still, Jason was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Justice, at last, for Dalene. Dalene Carlson was a daughter, a niece, a friend. She loved animals. She loved to laugh. She had a full life ahead of her, stolen by someone she trusted for just a moment too long. Her family will forever mourn the life she could have lived, but her memory will not be forgotten. In memory of Dalene Carlson, 1988 to 2011, gone but never forgotten. If you or someone you know feels unsafe, please reach out. No one deserves to feel alone. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay aware, and remember Dalene's story.